Hey everybody, it's Crystal, and today I'm here to do my 5 favorite Christmas movies, and today is day 7 of Vlogmas. Day 7! I'm still here! Woohoo! Hey, hey, hey! Sorry, I'm kind of proud of myself right now. I don't really know how I'm going to feel the rest of these days, but I'm doing it. So I did make a list so that I wouldn't drag on and bore you all with my talkative nature. So on my list, my 5th favorite Christmas movie is Miracle on 34th Street, and I like both. I think there's 2. I like the original, like, 1930s version. I think it's 1934, but I don't remember exactly, and I could be wrong on that. I just know that it's a black and white, and I remember watching it when I was a kid, and I loved it. And then there was another one that was made, I want to say it was in the 90s or early 2000s, and it had the same girl that played in Matilda. She was the little girl, and she played in that Miracle on 34th Street too. So I don't remember what year it was, but I like that one a lot. It's one of my favorites. Next on my list, number 4, is going to be Home Alone. I love to watch Home Alone. It's one of my favorites, obviously. It's one that I try to watch every year. I like Home Alone 2, 3, but Home Alone, the first one it's classic. It's classic. So I do like to watch that one every year. Macaulay Culkin as a little kid. It was such a great movie. It really was. Great. So great for its time. Number 3 on my list is A Christmas Story. I think that's like a huge classic to a lot of people. I love that one. It's funny. You can watch it over and over. And it always makes me laugh. It always makes me laugh. And it scares me because I have boys. So when they get old enough to like want a gun or a BB gun or, you know, something like that, I'm sure I'm going to feel that same way. You're going to poke your eye out. So next on my list is Ernest Saves Christmas. And it is a childhood favorite of mine. And if it's on TV, I will stop and I'll watch it. Like, I actually came home the other day and Josh was watching it and I was like, is this Ernest Saves Christmas? He was like, yes. And I was like, oh my God. That is one that my grandpa loved when I was a kid. And if you all know me, my grandparents raised me. My grandpa, of course, passed away when I was only about 10. But my grandparents did raise me at the beginning of my life and through on. So it was one of my grandpa's favorites. We always watched it. And Ernest he even reminds me a little bit of my grandpa. I don't know why. But that's one that we used to watch together as a kid. And it's kind of silly and cheesy, but it's still one of my favorites. It's just one that it makes me feel like the season is right if I get to watch that movie. And my last movie that I have chosen is White Christmas, and that's with Bing Crosby and Rosemary Clooney. And that is one that my grandmother and that was her favorite Christmas movie, and I would watch it with her every year. And it's, it's, I don't know. When I see that, it takes me back. It takes me back to being a kid. It takes me back to, laying in bed, snuggled up to my grandmother, watching that movie. It's one of my all-time faves, and it even kind of makes me a little sad to watch it now. I watched it last year, and it made me cry. If you don't know, and if you're new to my channel, my grandmother passed away in 2013, literally the day before our first IVF appointment. So it was really unexpected, and it was really, really, really tough on me emotionally to lose her. So it's kind of one of those things that now I will always watch that movie just to be reminded of her and to feel like she's with me, that kind of thing. I know it may sound silly to some people, but for me, that's why that one is my favorite movie. And it's just such a great movie. I mean, Bing Crosby, Rosemary Clooney, they sing, the girls are classy. It's a classic movie, and I think it's just a great one. So those are my top 5 favorite Christmas movies. I also did make a note. There's a couple others that I like. I do like The Grinch. I like the cartoon version, and then I also like the one that Jim Carrey was in. But the cartoon version is probably my favorite, just because it's a classic, of course. And I also love the claymation Christmas movies that came out, I want to say in the 70s or the 60s. I also grew up on those, so those are just really close to my heart. And I can't wait till the boys are big enough and old enough to enjoy Christmas movies, because I can't wait for them to watch that and then relive that all over again. And then last but not least, my other favorite one is The Santa Claus with Tim Allen. I always thought that was one of my favorites. I always thought it was so funny, and another one that I used to watch with my grandmother. Anyways, that's it. That's all for my 5 favorite Christmas movies. And like I said, if you want to share, please leave your comments below. Thanks.